To the clout, I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shawty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cop the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like...
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Good connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Let's go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Great 57. Here we go.
And once again, they go with Sproles. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Now a play fake here on first down. Incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. This is Ajayi. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo! Get over there! Go!
Now Wentz on the bootleg. This is caught.
On the ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. He'll get it up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it now with Sproles. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out the, just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
First down. Here's Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now contact up front as penalty markers. Who is this against? So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Gordon. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake. Cousins. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Mike Bennett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And Diggs has it. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And the tackle there by Chris Long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Cousins going for it all. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Going long here for Wallace. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Ajayi, and he'll take this one down to the 36. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I've got to give it up for him right there. Stared down the barrel of the blitz, acted as his own blitz control, knew he would take the hit, and dumped it off, and they pick up a 1st down.
That's what the safety valve's there for, right?
That's exactly what he's there for, although most quarterbacks will tell you, I wouldn't mind actually having him in to protect so I don't get hit as often, but sometimes you just have to step up and make a play. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that.
This complete left side to Aguilar. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Great 15, great 15.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And Jeffrey's got it. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Wentz now on first down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Wide. Yellow.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this.
Let's go.
They go play action. Cousins. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Let's go. Yellow. Ringo. Yellow. Rhino.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Sproles, the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Wentz going long here for Wallace. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll escape to his left. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Play action now. Cousins. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess. And now it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And this one will be brought back to the 22. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They set up the screen to Ajayi. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
On the line. Please.
They'll come out in the pistol. From the gun, it's Wentz. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
It's a foot race. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 39 that time. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Gun.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing, Cousins going with a screen for Murray. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Again, it's Cousins. And he's got it. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Oh, still won't go down. And that one results in 35 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's complete, right around the 8. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Sheldon Richardson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Mike Hughes with his first pick in the league. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights through at the 5. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Chris Long in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Sproles. Sproles so quick and agile. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Murray. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and that'll make it 3rd down. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is fielded inside the 5. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Wentz now on 1st down. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Let's go.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Come on now. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Steps away to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. To throw, it's Wentz. Dancing to his left. And he's got room. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Cousins now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go. Rhino!
Again, they run with Edmonds. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Well, now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.